Hey, I'm Ryan. I just want to share with you guys my story. First, I'll share what's recently happened to me this week. How God's been really lifting me up and really putting His hand out for me and just working with me and really blessed me in so many ways this week. And I've been like a roller coaster ride, and it's just been crazy. And I had doesn't matter how much trouble or what we've done in our past. The past is in the past, but God's always going to put His right hand out and pick us back up. It says in the Bible that God always is going to be there with His right hand. It never says anything about His left hand, because the way that I look at it is that God picked you up with His right hand, and knowing that the left hand may be the wrong way to go and or the wrong path to go down. So it never says anything about His left hand, because that's just the way I look at it. So He says pick you up with your right hand, which is the right way to go, which leads to righteousness, which leads us to go to heaven. So God's been really picking me up, and I feel like my life's been like I said, like up and down. And it's been recently, like I said, a roller coaster ride. But I feel like it's been like dropping, like more down, like more and more. And I just know that God's always going to be there to pick me back up. So I just know He's always there. So it's good. And I'll just share. Back when I was 19, I did start going to church, and it was the best decision I ever made in my whole life. And I was just so happy that I started going back to church and getting involved with good Christian people such as yourselves. And it's been a ride, like I said, but it's been awesome at the same time. And I know this Christian walk isn't always perfect, because nobody's perfect, But it's just, like I said, it gets crazy and wacky sometimes. But like I said, God's always going to be there to pick us back up. And when I was 20, I was going to church on and off, back and forth. And the silliest decision I ever made was just completely stop going. I didn't go for about 4 or 5 months. And I thought to myself, I was like, you know what, God, I really want to start going, but I just feel like I don't feel like I belong. And that was really the wrong decision and the wrong thought, I guess. And it's just, like I said, it's just been a roller coaster my whole life. Ups and downs, troubles, good times, bad, whatever. And I recently started coming back. I wanted to come back because I felt like I was being tempted. And I kept worrying about the next day, and worrying about what was going to happen. What's going to happen to me tomorrow. And God really put a verse on my heart in Matthew 6:35. It says down at the bottom, it says, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow has, other issues, But like I said, it's just the best decision I ever made. Just started going back to church, and recently started getting back into hanging out with good Christian people, which is where I should have been in the first place. But